Robinson denied the posts were his. He's implied they're fake. And today, at a campaign event, he threatened CNN for what he repeatedly called salacious false lies.
Robinson, you've talked about the reporting being salacious lies, not true. Have you taken steps then to prove it's not you or find out?
We absolutely are. We're in talks right now, everything up to legal counsel to take CNN to task for what they have done to us. We are going after them, okay? We are going to go after them for what they've done. But we have 5 weeks left in this race, folks, and make no mistake about it. We are not going to let CNN throw us off of our mission. You better understand, I am coming after CNN full throttle.
Now, Robinson was already behind his Democratic opponent, the state's current Attorney General Josh Stein, and in a New York Times Siena poll that was published today, Stein leads Robinson by 10 points at 47% to 37%, a 2-point gain for the Democrat among likely voters in the state. And the scandal broke during the time that poll was being conducted. Now, is that a reason for Donald Trump to worry in this battleground state? Maybe. He didn't mention Robinson at his rally Saturday, and there are signs of distancing with Republican Governors Association and some high-profile Republicans. It could be the party's worried about fallout in the swing state. On the other hand, in that same Times poll, Trump took a 2-point lead over Harris among likely voters in North Carolina at 49 to 47. That's about a 4-point swing from the same poll in August, which had Harris ahead. So joining us now to discuss both the scandal and the potential fallout, political pollster David Paleologos is with us, and director of the Suffolk County University Political Research Center, and also Steve Cortes, former senior advisor to President Trump and former senior media advisor to Senator Vance. Thank you both so much for coming here. Steve, I'll start with you. I want to be crystal clear about something first. What was posted under this username is awful. It's offensive. It's pornographic. It's anti-Semitic. He's endorsing Hitler. He said some things about women we will not even repeat here. This isn't just like, a bunch of old questionable tweets here. So assuming it is him, sure seems like it is, you can't recover from this, right?
He cannot. But the important thing here, Jesse, is that this is irrelevant and immaterial to the presidential race. And you just showed the New York Times polling. That is very similar to polling that I helped direct in the state of North Carolina. And even though I'm a partisan, I don't poll on a partisan basis. We sampled more Democrats than we did Republicans. We also showed, as the New York Times did, we showed Donald Trump with 49% of the vote there. But we showed Robinson, and that was before the scandal, doing even worse. We showed him at only 34%. So I think we had to have the respect and regard for the voters of North Carolina to know that they can differentiate. They can have very, very different views on Donald Trump and Robinson. That was clear even before this scandal. It will probably widen even further from here. So can Robinson recover? No, he cannot. Does it matter to Donald Trump? No, it does not.
David, let me ask you this about the fallout for the party, the possible fallout. The Republican Governors Association today said our current media buy in North Carolina expires tomorrow. There's no further placements that have been made. Not great for Robinson. And at the same time, you have GOP spokespersons like Senator Tom Cotton on CNN saying that Robinson owes voters better answers. And, he did get some support from the state party. But again, does this hurt the GOP's chances in the state, even if it's just a depressed turnout? And B, what are the chances of a split vote? Donald Trump for president, Stein for governor. It's not something that's unprecedented.
You see split votes all the time. Most of the time, if you have a state that has straight party voting where you can, select one option and everything goes down the line, voting Democratic from president on down, then you could have a bigger impact. But North Carolina doesn't have straight party voting. So you're forced to pick and choose for president, for governor, for all of the legislative races. So given that, I think people will have the ability to pick and choose their fight. One of the things I don't think a lot of people realize is that most states where there's more registered Democrats than Republicans, a Democrat wins and vice versa. But North Carolina, 4 years ago, had 400,000 more registered Democrats than Republicans. 400,000. And Donald Trump won by 80,000. Despite that gap, despite that deficit, he still won by 80,000. Today, the registration advantage has dropped from plus 400,000 Democrats to plus 120,000. So you've had a major fall off in the advantage of Democratic registrants in North Carolina as of last month.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.